Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. You will see there, the table on the left hand side is a lot better reading. I was expecting us to be on about 36, 37 points maybe at this point in the season after last episode. However, we've had a very good run of results and we're now within touching distance of the playoffs. If you said that to me at the start of the season, or even at the start of January, I would have thought you were lying. So, how have we got to this point, you may ask? We have only played 3 league games since the last episode, but we've won all 3 of them. First up against Châteauroux, it was a 2-0 victory. Gvenradze with the opening goal on 33 minutes. Asan Kamara gets his first ever goal in Dunkerque colours on 49. It was a very comfortable victory. This new formation is working wonders. Camacho has been a great signing. Alan Varel is even getting involved as well, getting an assist in this game. I think we might have finally, after 4.5 years, found ourselves a new formation to play. After the Châteauroux game, we went to Ajaccio and managed to beat them 1-0 as well. Boris with the only goal of the game. Who's Boris, you ask? It's the German guy. It's Boris, I've already forgotten his name, Zulciak, possibly? Because I can't say Zulciak, so from now on, he's just called Boris. This is him, just in case you weren't aware. It wasn't all sunshine and roses, however, in between episodes. We did lose a game in the Coupe de France in the 11th round against Lorient. It was a 93rd minute winner from Mathieu Pébernes, the central defender. We probably did enough to win this game, apart from scoring a solitary goal in the 93rd minute as well. I wasn't particularly happy, but let's be honest, the league is kind of what we're trying to stay in, and I think right now it's very difficult for us to get relegated. Because we also managed to beat Troyes as well, thanks to an 83rd minute penalty from Craig Joyce. We dominated Troyes. It literally took them 75 minutes to have an actual shot, let alone a shot on target. We probably should have put 8 or 9 past them. We were that much better than them. So yeah, somehow, we are back up in the nosebleeds, up into 7th place, 40 points. That is the magic number for staying in this league. Staying in any league with 20 teams and 3 relegation spots. We are now just 4 points behind 5th place Metz. Nancy. Today, we are playing 4th place Metz, as far as I'm aware, if I can remember correctly, and my memory is awful. But yeah, we are playing definitely 4th place Metz, and I can't remember who else. Let's go back to this. So Metz and Red Star. Metz 4th, Red Star 19th. Our run-in until the end of the season is actually filled with some pretty low-down sides. You can see there, April, 18th, 16th, 20th, 8th and 11th, we'll ignore those 2. So I think we're in with a half-decent chance of somehow qualifying for the playoffs again. A quick bit of transfer news as well. Camel Moonkid returned from his loan and has gone out on loan once again. He's probably going to be leaving as soon as we can shift him on a permanent deal. Also, youth intake. They are here. We have some half-decent potential ratings. Nothing too spectacular. We're going to only have a look at the top 4, and we're going to go in reverse order. So, Vianney Breon is first. He's a ball-winning midfielder. He's actually not particularly terrible, is he? As a 14-year-old, he's probably going to improve mentally. He's actually good. 14 determination, 15 teamwork. Physically, pretty good as well. I actually quite the like of Vianney Breon. Theo Rosset is a versatile French defender and midfielder. I'm not too impressed with him at the moment. Mentally, he's got a couple of decent ones. Teamwork and work rate are quite high. Decisions and determination 10. It's not particularly high. It's not particularly low either. I think he's okay. Another goalkeeper to come through the ranks then. Jean-Charles Soywens has joined. He's 15 years old. I think he looks okay. He might get better, he might get worse. To be honest, he's only 15. By the time he's going to be knocking on the door of the first team, hopefully, we're going to be in Ligue 1. Hopefully. And finally, a player that we could have done with earlier on in the season, and also a player who we could have done with being a couple of years older. Jeffrey Drouart is 14 years old. He's going to be 15 in about 3 months' time. He has 4.5-star potential ability. Physically, he's pretty very good. Pretty very good. That's good. Good English, Stuart. Well done. Acceleration of 16, balance of 14, fitness of 12, and pace of 13. There's some good numbers there. Mentally, he's okay. Leadership, decisions, aggression, quite high. The ones that you really want, though, determination, work rate, teamwork, all fairly low. He might get better. He's only 14. So yeah, that's our youth intake. Nothing special at the moment. One thing that I want to address before we go too far is finances. As always, we always seem to talk about finances. We are now under our wage budget because of the various player sales that have happened. The Mushashvili one, basically a lot of that money went into our transfer budget. I then could rearrange everything. So we are now under our wage budget. One problem that we seem to have, and there's not a lot I can really do about it until we get a much, much bigger wage budget, and I'm talking sort of doubling our wage budget bigger. We've got a lot of players who have sort of percentage wage rises at the end of the year. I've tried to remove as many as possible, but there are some who still have them. And those are the ones that are kind of killing us. Every season, we get rid of a load of players, then the existing ones kind of keep their contract, and then they go up from maybe 3,500 to 4,000 a week. It doesn't sound like a lot, like 10%, 15% doesn't sound like a huge amount, but it actually is quite a substantial amount of money when your wage budget is as small as ours is. We are at the day of the Mets game, and for some reason, 3 players have just picked up really minor injuries in the morning. Alexandros Katranis has pulled his groin, so he's out for 2 to 4 days, injured after jumping. Elias has twisted his knee, injured after turning sharply, he's out for 3 to 6 days. And Boris has bruised his knee getting tackled, so he's out for 2 to 3 days. That's really not helpful. Well, with our fresh batch of injuries, then we have to go to Mets. A team, as I said earlier, 4th place in the table. A victory here might move us up to 6th, depending on how results go. It will move us up to 6th because Angers aren't playing today. So we could move up into potential promotion contention. Nancy play Troyes. If Troyes win, they'll go on to 41. So, to be honest, if that's a draw and we win, I'd take that. The starting lineup we're going to go for then. In goal will be Dylan Silva. Kiana Hova, Paul Montgomery, Rodrigue Ella and Samuli Kanunen will be the back 4. Hassan Kamara will be the half-back just behind Idris El Mazouni and Gideon Waha as that natural Mazzala. The wingers on the right-hand side, we have Rafael Camacho, who is a natural winger on support on the left-hand side. We're not particularly strong there. We've got Craig Joyce, the English and Irish striker, on loan. He's going to be playing as the inside forward, with Loic Piquion as the main striker in the middle. Levan Gvimradze, I feel like he's getting hard done by because he's scored so many goals this season, but he doesn't really fit this formation. Well, he does, but how do we do that? Do we just do that? Let's play let's do Gvimradze as that complete forward. Neither of them can play it, so it shouldn't make too much difference, should it? Simon Bogle has dropped to the bench because El Mazouni is actually very good. Obviously, Gideon Waha, we don't really want to not play him because he's getting paid so much money. I need to basically milk him for as much as we possibly can. £6,500 a week. He's playing every single second of this match. I don't know why it took me so long to realise this season anyway. Loan players in. The loan signings that we've made in January, particularly Kiana Hoover and Camacho, have been spectacular. Joyce also a very, very good signing to bring in. This is something that I probably should have done at the start of the season, but for some reason just didn't do it. That was a shocking throw on, and it's a penalty. Kamara has given away a penalty. That's not really his fault, because why did our player throw it to their striker? We are 3 minutes in. Poblet with the penalty. Dylan Silva cannot save it. It's in the back of the net. We are 1-0 down, all because of a balls up in the throw-on. It's not exactly the start that we wanted to have, was it? I mean, Hoover's actually taken the blame for it, which is good, because Kamara did do the foul, but it was all because of Hoover's throw-on. 20 minutes in, and Mets once again with the ball. Poblet, the goal scorer, across to Bordes. Poblet once again. Kakare, Vera, Kakare. I don't know whether it's Kakare. I'm just kind of adding a little bit of French twang to it. El Mazouni now with the ball forward to Levan Gvimradze, number 11. Runs forward, plays it all the way across, tries to find Joyce. He keeps it in, just about. Terrible cross. Kanunen, just as bad as well. Now, Hassan Kamara, can he get his second of the season? El Mazouni across, finds Samuli Kanunen. He can't cross it in at all. Gideon Waha across. El Mazouni goes for goal. It is well over the bar. Whoever the Mets right back is, Baliu, maybe, he's doing a great job because so far he's blocked pretty much every cross that we've tried. Hoover with a free kick, it is wide of the post. That was a chance out of absolutely nothing. I mean, looking at the match stats, we are probably the better side. I say probably, we've had a lot more of the ball, we've had a lot more shots, we've only 1-0 down because of a balls up in our defence. Gvinradze with the ball, comes inside, it's not a very good effort, and the goalkeeper easily saves it. Also, Poblet, the goal scorer, has gone off injured. It is 1-0 at half-time. Second half, we need to score 2 goals. I think we should be winning this game, and I'm hoping that's what we can do. No subs at half-time, we're sticking with what we've got. Rodriguela to Kamara. Don't know why I started commentating that, it's the first highlight of the half. Nothing ever really happens. Troyes are beating Nancy, so we've dropped down to 8th place, but if we can manage to pick up a victory here, we will move into 6th place and get closer to the playoffs. Baliou with the ball, getting pushed backwards. Kakare across to Boyala, and Kanonen steals the ball away, runs down the left-hand side, keeps going into the opponent's half. El Mazouni across to Kamara. What's he going to do? Takes a shot, he rattles the bar. We've somehow managed to win a corner. I don't know why the goalkeeper didn't go for that. We've got the corner. Who's going to be taking it? Of course, it is Gideon Waha. It's not the best corner. Camacho is going to hopefully run it down. Where are you going to go? Backwards to his Liverpool teammate. Right, we need to do some changes. Up front here, we are struggling. No. Bafana Dimitri. Why did I not realise this? Bafana Dimitri. He's a left winger. He is perfect for that job. Right, the Madagascan's coming on for Craig Joyce. I'm thinking we might also do Simon Bogle on that right wing. He's not really a natural right winger, but he's bloody good at football. So, we're going to do that for now. At some point, Gvenradze is going to come off, probably for Loic Piquion. I think we're doing a lot of the hard work. It's just our wingers are not unlocking the opportunities at the moment. El Mazouni's taken a knock. We've got 10 minutes left to play. He's looking exhausted. We're not going to take him off. We're going to take off Gvenradze for Loic Piquion. We really do need to get a highlight or something. 12 shots, 7 on target, and we are going to lose 1-0 to a dodgy penalty. Troyes are beating Nancy as well. 3-1. The full-time whistle has just blown as well. That is not a very good result. We were easily the better side. That sucks. That really does suck. Well, we've dropped down to 8th place in the table. We are 10 points clear of the relegation. Technically, we can still go into that battle. I think we're far too far away from it now. Up next then, we're up against the team sat in 18th place, Red Star. This should be a victory, and it should be a comfortable one as well. Look at that. Dunkerque finally lose. 7 matches in a row without losing. 7. And we only conceded 1 goal in those 7 as well. In 4 days' time, we are playing Red Star, but we've got a pretty serious injury now. Levan Gvinradze sprained his knee ligaments. He's out for 7 to 8 weeks, which I believe, if we have a look, is, let's assume, 1 week per match. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He might be back in time for the final game of the season. He might be back slightly sooner, but that is extremely concerning. Actually, looking at it, he's only out until there, apparently. Dunkerque team news, he's out with a sprained knee ligaments. He's not out for the Crevely-Rouen game. He might be back halfway through April then. Match number 2, match number 30 of the season. Red Star, the team who I believe got promoted last season. Not doing so good so far this season. Obviously, this is a match that we really should be winning. Bafana Dimitri, currently away on international duty. Levan Gvinradze, as we know, is out injured. Idris El Mazouni also managed to pull his groin a couple of days ago as well, so he is unlikely to play this also. The starting lineup we're going to go for then. In goal, we've got a change. Daniel Gerrits, the Belgian, is going to get a rare appearance today because I've realised it's Red Star. And let's be honest, what's the worst that can happen? So Gerrits is going to get a game. He's got a lot of potential. That's why I want to play him. Kiana Hoover, Boris, Rodriguela and Katranas will be the back 4 with Asan Kamara just in front of them. Waha and Bogle will be the 2 central midfielders with Craig Joyce, who didn't have a particularly good game on the left once again. Rafael Camacho on the right, who also didn't have a particularly good game either. Loic Piquion will be our complete forward in the middle. And what I do like, considering these 2 players have only just joined the club, there's a lovely little green line between the pair of them. Admittedly, they are both Liverpool players, so they should know each other. I'm assuming they've met once before, but I'm just happy that it's kind of turned up in between matches. Along with Bafana Dimitri, Samuli Kanunen's also on international duty. I think he's actually on under-21s duty with Finland, which is why Katranas has come back into the team. Katranas is technically the better player, but I want to start trying to get some of these new gens playing. Players like your Boris, your Bogle, your Kanunens. even your Gerritses, your people like that, players who, in theory, are going to be very good footballers in the future, and if not, we might be able to sell them. Kamara goes for goal, takes a deflection, Bogle, Kamara once again, Gideon Waha, across to Camacho, and Rafael Camacho, the Portuguese winger, has made it 1-0 after just 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I think they may as well turn the floodlights off now, because I can't see Red Star getting back into this. Throw on for Red Star. Cross field ball finds Miguel in the middle to Lefebvre, sure, him, number 21, plays it across to Fumu Tazumo, that's a great name, crosses it in, Rodriguez can clear it, Gideon Waha can nick the ball away, plays it forward to Loic Piquion, across to Camacho, number 8, keeps going forward, driving forward, tries to place it into the bottom corner, and the keeper makes an easy save in the end. We do have a free kick from Gideon Waha. It's towards a penalty spot and cleared from Red Star. Catranis now. Across to Hoover. Now Boris, the central defender. Kamara and Boris once again with the ball. Kamara back to Boris, or does Hoover want it this time? Kiana Hoover, the Dutch player. Dutch and Surinamese, or whatever it's called. Camacho to Hoover again, passing it around. There might be a goal at the end of this. Camacho to Waha. Keeps running. Finds Joyce, he doesn't. Waha gets the ball back, and what a save that is. It's not a save. The keeper didn't actually touch the ball. It's going to be a goal kick. Hoover with a free kick from distance. The goalkeeper just about saves it. Is that the whole highlight? Sidiri throws it out to Deslanders. Sidiri once again smashes it over the halfway line. Fumo Tazuma, who's picked up an injury. It's not Fumo Tazuma at all. It's Fumu Tazumo or something along those lines. Miguel with the ball. Plays it in the middle. Controlled at the back. It's a great save from the young Belgian. It's going to be a corner to Red Star. This match is definitely not over yet. Red Star definitely still in it. Bangu with the corner, and Jean-Pierre Helmans has made it 1-1. That's not what the script said. Why have you scored a goal? We should be winning this one 4-0. And Helmans' goal on the 35th minute means it is 1-1 at half time. Loic Piquion isn't playing very well. We'll just do that quickly. Do we bring off Piquion, and do we bring on the man, the myth, the legend, Alan Varel? I mean, I've already done it. It wasn't really a question, was it? Alan Varel is going to make a rare appearance once again in a USL Dunkerque shirt. I believe he's out of contract at the end of the season at Ipswich. I kind of want to sign him. What's happened to Gideon Waha? Well, he's coming off for Sambu Sissoko. That's one thing that's definitely happening. Do we swap you two over? Yes, we do, because Sissoko is actually quite good as a Mazzala. Do we do anything else? I mean, Bogle playing pretty badly. Joyce once again playing badly. Let's bring on Yassin Fekir. We have used all of our subs, and it's not even at the hour mark yet. So far, the second half has been extremely boring. Not a single highlight at all. We've got about 10 minutes left to play. I'm going to give them a nice big shout of show some passion, because this is definitely a match we should be winning, but it doesn't look like anything is going to come from this, because we are into injury time. 93 minutes is up. The second half, we may not have bothered. We may not have bothered with the second half. We should have called it at half-time, said it was 1-1, and then all gone home early. I'm going to give them an angry team talk. That wasn't good enough. That's the sort of match we should be winning. The only player who actually turned up for us was Camacho. Everyone else, pretty piss poor, I think. Well, picking up a point has moved us up one place in the table to 7th in the table. Troyes have yet to play their game. I don't know who they're going to be playing. They're going to be playing tomorrow anyway. We might go forward. We will go forward and see what happens, because there's some teams around us, Metz, Troyes, and in theory, Stade Reims can catch us up. If they win, they will move up ahead of us in the table. Stade Reims are down in 11th. This league is far too close in the mid-table. I don't like it. I've gone all the way through to the Wednesday, and they still haven't played their game in hand. Now on Wednesday, we've got basically a full set of fixtures. We're playing on the Saturday. I don't understand. I guess that's their game in hand? No, that's not even either of those two teams. I don't understand what's happened. Anyway, we are going to end this episode here, I guess. Next episode, we are not going to go very far at all, because we are into the run into the end of the season, and we are currently, as you know, knocking on the door of not automatic promotion, what am I talking about? We are knocking on the door of the playoffs, so we're going to go to the Quevely Ruin game and the Lyon Duchère game. Two teams, 15th place, 20th place, two teams who are battling relegation. In the middle, we've got Amiens and Bastia. Amiens, we will probably lose this. I hate Amiens. They are probably my least favourite team in France, purely because they stopped us getting into Ligue 1 a couple of seasons ago. We're going, yeah, like I said, we're going to have Queville-Rouen, Lyon Duchère, then the final episode of the season will be Angers and Brest. Maybe one of these two as well, depending on what happens. Anyway, that is the future. Today is today. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back next time with the Queville-Rouen and the Lyon Duchère games.